in the workplace, we hear persons talk about things like, I am just here to get my work done, and as soon as I get my work done, I'm out of here. I'm not here to make friends. I'm really not interested in other people. And quite frankly, I really don't care if they're interested in me. So I'm hearing some persons beginning to say that, and I'm wondering exactly where is that coming from. Now, it can be coming from a number of places, but uh, these are my thoughts. I think that some persons are becoming overly stressed by the fact that they are in a climate within the workplace where they don't feel valued. And it could be that because they don't feel valued, even though they may be bringing value to the workplace at one time, I mean, they will have gone through an interview process and the employer will have selected them because of what they are able to bring. The employer will have looked at possibly their academics or their work experience and will have chosen that individual to be in the workplace to work on a specific task. So why is it that suddenly persons appear to stop feeling valued? So it really begs the question, if it is that they are feeling this way, now it may simply be perception, because sometimes when people are not rewarded for the work that they're doing, they can feel a sense of, well, I'm not valued here. And when I talk about rewards, I'm not talking about the paycheck that they get at the end of the day, obviously, or the end of the week, or the end of the month. Obviously, they are working, so they need to be paid. So it could be that persons, they think that their employers or their colleagues are not valuing them. So we can look at, for example, how often are they appraised, or how often do the manager or the CEO or the leader or the team leader comes and maybe just stop by their cubicle and say, hey, how are you doing today? And really listen, not simply bring a stack of files and say, okay, you need to get this done, you need to get that done by 4 o'clock. Of course, there are occasions when that we can't get away from that. Maybe crunch time, a project is due, and we just have to push through. But if that is becoming the norm, and what I also recognize is that there are some organizations that think when they operate with high pressure, then they're actually performing better. Well, that's not exactly a good measurement to determine if a company is performing better. Matter of fact, what is better? It begs the question, is the mission or the vision or the just cause, according to Simon Sinek, is the just cause equivalent to the behavior of the organization on a day to day basis? So, is it possible that people perception of their value can change and change quickly if a few key things change in the work environment? So I kind of hinted or made mention of some already. One, the employer or the manager or the CEO or the team leader, whoever it is, take that human interest in persons. So it could be a Monday morning or maybe another day in the week. The team leader or that manager, that person in the position of leadership, calls the team together and simply talk about how the weekend was, how the day is going, and how are they feeling, how their family going. What I discover is that, and you see this in the work that Carl Rogers did as well, and you also see it in the work of motivational interviewing. When persons start feeling valued, they become more motivated. Somehow, internal, that balance kicks in. So they're no longer just on balance in their mental frame, but they become balanced and they start seeing that they play a significant part or they play a part. It may not be that they recognize themselves as playing a significant part. in the organization, but they play a part that they see themselves, if not in that position, the organization can be affected. So they see themselves as part of the organization when they feel a sense of being valued. So a few key things we can change: talk to people. And these are things that we know, but sometimes we busy ourselves on a daily basis with so many things that we perceive to be urgent or important that we forget the very same people who are supposed to assist us to bring about the ideas or the ideals of the organization. So look at it, see ways in which maybe some improvements could be made in your organization. And once that is done and persons start feeling valued, productivity goes up because people are motivated. People see themselves as being a part of your organization. As a matter of fact, persons will stop seeing themselves as just in your organization, but they will see themselves as their organization too, because they will have a stake in it, they will have a part in it, and they can relate with the goals and ideals when they feel that they are valued. Persons don't want to know that everything they recommend or suggest or state changes or it goes their way. People are not really like that, generally speaking. But persons want to know that there is an opportunity for them to express themselves, an opportunity for them to say what's on their minds in a respectful way and not feel that they are victimized in any way. So once a culture is developed, not just the climate, but the culture in the organization and how people around the organization or external to the organization sees the organization, then we can actually have a lot of changes taking place and productivity going up. So I thought that I'll share this with you, and it's something that we all can benefit from in our organizations. Okay then, take care.